You're watching SportsFource Extra on KTIV.
Welcome back, folks. Tell you what, the Sioux City West Wolverines, they've been the talk of the town this season, Irvin, with their freshman phenom Roman Henry. The Wolverines, they've taken down Sioux City North. They beat Sioux City East for the first time in a century.
So the question is, Jason, can the Wolverines beat the Bishop Heelan Crusaders?
Yeah, let's find that out here. Out to Old Gorman Fieldhouse we go for the action. We'll pick things up. Wolverines trying to find a hole in the Heelan zone. Eduardo Frazier gives to Roman Henry, who gives it right back. Frazier lets it fly, and the Wolverines lead by 5. However, Heelan whipping the ball around here. Abe Scott's going to give it over to Noah Conley. Conley says, "Nah, big fella, you take it." And great Scott, that's a great shot from Abe Scott to cut into the deficit. Under a minute to go in the half. West pushing the ball. Frazier heaves it up court to Cameron Hagna for the corner 3, and West is rolling. Not so fast, though. Final seconds of the first half. Noah Conley weaving in and out of traffic like he's Max Verstappen, lays the ball in the final seconds to go. However, West wins this one 73-66. Second-ranked Crusader girls in action as well. They're taking on the Wolverines. Colby Carroll slings this thing cross-court to Trishelle Miller. SDSU commit. Now she'll just step back into a trifecta to increase the Heelan lead to 30. West able to respond, though. They get the ball over to Hope Wagner, and El Capitan sends it home for 2. But, folks, this thing, it was all Heelan. Melina Snoozy with it. Well, she's just going to get into the middle. Look at this, in motion. Yeah, that's good. Heelan wins this one 80-30.
A barn burner over girls game at Sioux City East as they host SBL. Final seconds of the third quarter here. Bree Vandertop fires a strike to Izzy Scott, who is able to beat the buzzer right here to send the Warriors into the final quarter down 4. Black Raiders not affected, though. They swing the ball around the arc to Tori Drent, who sends this thing in from downtown to extend the East High lead. SBL with it again, and they go inside to Vandertop, who takes a shot to the face. But luckily, she's able to finish the shot through contact there. Black Raiders get the ball to Lanesia Wooten. In the corner, she drives baseline and finishes right at the rack. East goes on to win 47-36. Same squads in the boys matchup. SBL leading this one in hostile territory. But the Black Raiders, they get a bucket right at the rack. Frankie Stoos, he's getting the contested look to fall. But the Warriors, they waste no time getting that lead right back. They work the ball into the paint here. Gavin Arndt is going to knock down the floater from just inside the charity stripe. Third quarter still, and SBL keeping their foot on the pedal. A little ISO ball on the low block from Briggs Fisher. He casts his line. He finds Twine for the deuce right there. East, they're trying to stop the bleeding, but this little lob pass into the post is stolen away by Arndt. He's going to outrace the Black Raiders to the other end. He's going to absorb some light contact on that bucket, but it goes the Warriors of Sergeant Bluff-Luton. They pick up an 84-75 road win.
All right, folks, now it's time for FanForce. Let's go ahead and see where you were at, Siouxland. Take a look at our FanForce photos. Now, this one, it was sent in last night after the Kingsley Pearson Panther girls basketball team took down Westwood in 4 overtimes to hand the Rebels their first loss of the season. These guys sent in this photo. They stuck it out for the entire game. 4 overtimes.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. I'd be winded just watching the game.
Yeah, no, shout out to these guys and their families for sticking this out here
shout
for
out to their
4
families,
overtimes.
for real.
Shout out to their families, and shout out to you guys for sending in FanForce photos. If you want to send in FanForce photos, all you got to do, take a photo at a game featuring a Siouxland team, send it in to connect@ktiv.com. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is DJ, and next up we got SportsFource Extra. And I'm cheering for West. Let's go West.